No one expected the United States to activate its most secretive fighter jet this early, but something changed on the Alaska-Russia border. Today, the world woke up to reports that USAF F-47 NGAD jets, America's sixth-generation ghosts of the sky, have officially begun live combat patrols in one of the most sensitive regions on Earth. What forced the Pentagon to deploy them now? What threat is hiding in the Arctic skies? Stay with me, because the truth behind this move is far more intense than anyone realizes. And before we continue, make sure to subscribe, because what you're about to hear is information most channels won't even dare to share. The F-47 NGAD isn't just a new fighter, it's a different species of aircraft, built for a future battlefield no one fully understands yet. Imagine a jet that can track targets without being detected, manipulate radar signatures, and even predict enemy movement before it happens. That's exactly what the NGAD platform was designed to do. But its sudden deployment near Russia suggests something serious. U.S. intelligence may have identified an unknown aerial threat approaching the Arctic. The Pentagon didn't even announce the NGAD's activation publicly. This information leaked from military insiders who claim that the skies over Alaska are no longer normal. So why Alaska? Why now? Because the region has quietly turned into the world's new pressure point. In the last 8 weeks, radar stations along the northern border detected multiple unidentified aircraft flying dangerously close to restricted American airspace. These weren't normal Russian patrols. According to early analysis, these objects moved faster, climbed higher, and maneuvered in ways standard jets simply cannot. That's why the F-47 NGAD was called in. With its advanced thermal tracking, deep learning sensors, and stealth profile that literally changes shape in enemy radar, it's the only aircraft that can intercept something we still don't fully understand. The moment the F-47s took off from Elmendorf Air Force Base, something unusual happened. Several Russian surveillance planes instantly changed direction, as if they sensed the presence of a jet they shouldn't even be able to detect. This reaction alone shows how powerful and intimidating the NGAD program truly is. Military analysts say Russia didn't expect the United States to operationalize the F-47 before 2028. But the sudden Arctic tension may have forced America's hand. If the Russians were testing a new high-altitude platform, the NGAD is the one aircraft capable of exposing it and destroying it if necessary. What makes the F-47 terrifying is its ability to become invisible at will. Its adaptive skin absorbs, redirects, and even reshapes electromagnetic waves, making it appear like a bird, a cloud, or sometimes nothing at all. During its first border patrol, Russian radar operators reportedly saw an object flickering in and out of existence. That wasn't a glitch. That was the NGAD running its dynamic stealth mode. The aircraft can choose when to appear and when to vanish, giving the U.S. total control over how close the enemy can get. In a region as strategically dangerous as Alaska, this advantage is priceless. But there's another reason the Pentagon moved quickly. The Arctic is melting, and as the ice retreats, new military routes are opening up. Russia has already built bases across the region, expanding its presence faster than any nation on Earth. The U.S. cannot allow the Arctic to become Moscow's playground. Deploying the NGAD here sends a clear message: America will not surrender the high north. And unlike traditional jets, the F-47 can operate in extreme cold, detect threats under the ice, and integrate with drones that scout ahead for hidden activity. It's not just a fighter anymore, it's a guardian. Sources claim the NGAD is already flying alongside unmanned wingmen, AI-powered drones, capable of carrying missiles, jamming radars, or even sacrificing themselves to protect the F-47. During a classified mission last week, one of these drones detected an unknown radar spike coming from deep within Russian airspace. The NGAD responded instantly, locking onto the signal without crossing the border. This ability to engage without being seen, heard, or tracked is what makes the NGAD the most dominant aircraft ever created. Some experts say it marks the beginning of a new military era, where the pilot becomes a commander, not just a flyer. Of course, deploying such a powerful jet near Russia is not without risk. One wrong move could trigger an international crisis. But that's the point. The NGAD was built to operate right on the edge of danger. Satellite imagery shows multiple F-47s rotating across Alaskan bases, each ready to launch within seconds. The Russian military has responded by increasing its bomber patrols. But every time they approach the border, the NGAD appears, silent, unseen, unstoppable. It's a psychological weapon as much as a physical one, reminding adversaries that America's next-generation air dominance is already in motion. The biggest mystery, however, is what the NGAD has already seen. Analysts believe the jets have recorded non-standard aerial movements that the Pentagon has not yet explained publicly. Were these Russian prototypes, hypersonic drones, or something even more advanced? Whatever the answer, the F-47's data-gathering systems are feeding the Pentagon real-time intelligence, mapping every anomaly in the Arctic skies. The fact that the U.S. activated this jet early means the situation is too complex for older fighters like the F-22 or F-35. Something new has arrived, and only the NGAD is equipped to confront it. So what happens next? For now, the F-47 NGAD remains on constant patrol, watching the frozen border with technology the world still doesn't fully understand. But one thing is certain. The Arctic is becoming the stage for the most advanced military standoff in history. If tension rises even slightly, the NGAD could be the first aircraft to fire the opening shot of a new era. Until then, its silent presence alone is enough to keep rival forces on edge. If you want updates on this developing story, hit subscribe, because what's happening above the Alaskan skies is only the beginning.